What's up, you guys? Superhero Reactor here. So finally, Nostalgia Critic, Spider-Man 3. Oh boy, I cannot wait to what he's gonna say about this movie. Can't wait to hear all the jokes that he makes all the time. Cause let me tell you something, Spider-Man 3, I hated it. I didn't like it much. It was a little bit there, okay, but the others like something. It was little messed up on this movie. Really, I mean, I don't really like this. This kind of movie. The part 1 was good. Part 2 was good. Part 3, I'm not sure if I'm gonna. I don't know what to say, man. I mean, they have great characters, yes. Peter, Harry, and Mary Jane, which is alright, but something about this movie just doesn't feel right for me. That's what I'm saying. Something doesn't feel right. So let's see what the Nostalgia Critic will say about this one. Oh boy, I cannot wait to hear what he's gonna say. Here we go. So, a little closer. Let's do this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Booyah!
This episode brought to you by Stamps.com. Why go to the store to get stamps when you can have them printed right at home for your convenience?
I have staples in there, stamps. Alright, let's see.
Spider-Man.
So I have to make sure I turn on recording in
Maybe we
place.
should change the name. Quick sound good? Yeah, let's go with Quick. Look out. Here comes the rain. Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. The internet has come a long way, hasn't it? The sharing of information, entertainment, and opinions has connected the world unlike anything else in history. True, early on, people were divisive, angry, and unsure how to accept something they weren't familiar with. But as time went on, that changed. The internet is now more open, more understanding, and will share their point of view instead of shoving it down people's throats. Nah, just kidding. We're more divisive than ever. As the human representation of the internet, it's my job to say you're wrong. You're wrong. I just thought, is it my fault? I don't know. You should know my thoughts and agree with them. Get out of here.
Sir, someone said something.
Give an extreme reaction to it.
But you don't know what it is yet.
Do I?
Do you?
Wow, that's deep. Bob!
Right here?
Oh, right. My next blog post. I said something deep. Let it change your life.
What did you say?
Doesn't matter.
Guess not.
Get out of here. Critic, sit down. There's no place to... Liz, sit down for the critic.
Yes, sir.
I understand you're going to review Spider-Man 3. Oh, yes, that's right, Mr. Internet. It's a menace. Well, it's definitely a mess, but... It's the worst thing ever made. It robbed a bank, kicked a puppy, and pissed on my leg. A movie can do all that? If I said it, it must be true. I mean, there's some good things in it. I don't want to lie about my opinion. What are you? One of them? Who? I don't know. Your silence only makes you look more guilty. Get out of here. I can handle this. Your silence only makes you look more guilty. But you can fix that. Give me reviews of Spider-Man 3 terrorizing the city.
That doesn't make any sense.
Troll!
Your desk is uneven.
Liz, get him a coffee while you're down there.
How?
Don't make this political.
How is that?
Go! Look, I have to tell people what I really think. I'm sorry I didn't get your written script about what my opinion is. I know, that's why I brought you an extra copy. Make sure Spider-Man 3 looks like the worst thing ever created by human beings or you're fired. You're fired? That wasn't the intent, but sure. Look, in such a vibrant, colorful field, do you think it's right to be so black and white? The internet is colorblind. Now you hate Spider-Man 3 like everyone else. Now take your coffee and get out. Get out of here. Let's clean that up. Okay, here's my opinion. It may not be popular, but it's honest. I think there's something of value in every Spider-Man movie. Burn him! No matter how good or how bad, every Spider-Man movie gave me something that made me glad I watched it. I know that doesn't match the internet's all-in mentality of you either have to 100% hate something or love something. But maybe the idea of Spider-Man is so good that it always has something strong sewn into it. And even though the internet says I'm supposed to hate everything about it, I do find some value in Spider-Man 3. A Spider-Man movie so despised, even its director has called it awful. Spider-Man 3 made a bundle at the box office, but didn't win over as many fans and audiences as it would have liked. Though Rotten Tomatoes technically has a positive critical rating, and even audience reaction is half and half, the people that hated Spider-Man 3 loathed it as one of the worst comic book movies ever made.
That's right.
When compared to its predecessors, which pushed comic book movies forward in a unique way and took its time evolving the characters, for the most part. 3 did seem like a step backwards. It crammed in too much story, too many characters, and you thought the other movies were zany? This has a musical number, baby. Objectifiably. I think you mean objectively? No, I think you're wrong, Jay Jonas. It is one of the worst sequels by comparison. But, like the rest of the films, it went all out. Honestly, too all out. Creating something that, in my opinion, was still unique and entertaining. Like the other films, I do still have a soft spot for it and think the good moments aren't represented enough. So we're gonna take a look at what worked, what didn't work, and what really didn't work. But also what worked. So long as the internet's okay with me having an opinion that's different from the rest, I better lock the door. Let's take a look at Spider-Man 3. The film opens, ironically, with everybody loving Spider-Man. He's seen as a hero, Peter's praised in his class, except with people over 40, and his girlfriend Mary Jane even got a starring role in a Broadway play.
So they say.
It's my girlfriend. Mine too. Wait, what? The only hiccup is Harry might become a vengeful insane maniac, but aside from that, things are good.
I need to talk to you. Explain things.
Tell it to my father. Raise him from the dead.
Hey, I know the devil. I can make that happen.
Oh,
Was I good?
Good. You were great.
And those are from Harry. What's with you guys, anyway?
It's complicated.
Tell me again. Was I really good?
I mean, I know my husband's connection to the son of the Green Goblin should probably be in focus, but tell me, was I good? While hanging out on the web, a meteor with a mysterious black goo on it lands next to them. That shouldn't really be explained in a passing tone, but that's what the movie does, so I'm just going to give it the possessed hand sound effect from Evil Dead 2 and move on. Meanwhile, police are in very slow pursuit of escaped convict Flint Marko, perfectly cast with Thomas Hayden Church. The crime he committed was apparently out of love for his daughter, who's very ill and needs money for surgery. Honestly, this is one of the more adult scenes in any of the Raimi films.
I'm just here to see my daughter.
You're not getting near her.
Good reason for what I was doing, and that's the truth.
That is the truth that you left behind.
You know not literally every second of this film is bad. Wrong! Peter confesses to Aunt May that he's going to ask MJ to marry him. In the timescale of things, this does seem a bit fast, as it doesn't look like they've been going out for very long. I mean, him and Harry haven't talked yet, so not that much time must have passed. But hey, if she said yes to a guy who got 2 minutes of screen time, surely she'll say yes here.
The day your Uncle Ben asked me to marry him, he was so scared and excited and very young.
Why do I feel like every scene of hers should start with Titanic was called the Ship of Dreams?
Your uncle had it all planned. He took me to the beach one Sunday, and then he said, "Close your eyes, May." And I did.
And then he whipped it out. Aunt May! They didn't call him Ben 10 inches for nothing. No, hi, Harry. Harry reveals himself as New Goblin. No, really, that's what he's credited as. And ironically, where the original Goblin costume looked too silly, this one looks too boring. He looks like a snowboarding St. Patrick's Day shredder. I feel like you could have done more with this.
You knew this was coming, Pete.
Now, the effects in this film have gotten a lot of flack over the years, but do you even first movie, bro? There are occasional shots here and there where the camera tracking does make them look especially cartoony, but the majority of them, for the time especially, I think are ambitious and creatively thought out. Like in 2, they don't always look real, but they look cool. Even if some of them, I swear, must have been going for a laugh.
Harry?
And Peter never saw Harry's corpse again. Off you go, Peter. No, he takes Harry to the hospital, which must have been fun to explain. Yeah, he was rocket surfing down an alleyway in his weaponized armor, and then Deadpool hit him. But not far away, Flint runs away from the police into, you guessed it, another science experiment. I do love how these films get more and more lazy with how their villains transform.
There's a change in the silicon mass. That's probably a bird. It'll fly away when we fire it up.
Pretty big bird. Yeah, probably 20 birds stacked on top of each other to form human shape. Yeah, you're right. We're scientists. Variables don't matter to us. As always, we're shown on a molecular level the changes that take place as like sands in the hourglass, and you know. No! I'm gonna be coursed rough and get everywhere! So, wouldn't you know it, Harry happens to get amnesia and doesn't remember a thing. And I'm not gonna lie, his dopey, happy-go-lucky performance is one of my favorite things in the movie.
In my head.
I got here as best as I could.
I know that face.
Great.
You have lovely friends.
My best friends.
I don't have a care in the world. It's like I'm hosting the Oscars again.
That's funny.
This brings us to yet another scene that is one of the best in any of the Spider-Mans. The Sandman coming to life is right out of a poetic monster movie. So many of the emotional scenes in these films rely on speeches that usually go on too long, but here, no dialogue, no over-explaining, just a person trying to emotionally and physically pull himself back together. The effects are beautiful, the music touching, the imagery almost haunting in how simple yet imaginative it is. It's like an artistically fascinating short film snuck its way into this superhero movie. It's one of my favorite, if not my absolute favorite moment, as there's no other scenes like this in any of the previous films.
Wow, I never thought about it that way.
Just say I'm wrong.
No, really, you're making me look at things from a different point of view.
Just say I'm
No,
wrong.
honestly, I'm gonna look deep
Just say I'm
inside
wrong.
my soul
Just say
and
I'm
say,
wrong.
you know
Just
what?
say
Maybe
I'm
I'm
wrong.
jumping to
Just say I'm
conclusions too
wrong.
much. Maybe
Just
I'm
say
too
I'm
loud.
wrong.
Maybe I'm too
Just say I'm
wrong.
Mary Jane returns with negative reviews of the film, I mean of her performance, as she's looking for emotional support from Peter, but another crime for Spider-Man interrupts.
Go get him, Tiger. Sorry.
I have to also give credit, this is the first time I actually find Peter and Mary Jane's relationship interesting, as they finally acknowledge it's not a healthy relationship. Yeah, you know all those jokes I made before about how it's all based on lies and secrets and being emotionally immature? Well, here, it catches up with them. And I don't think that's something they just made up on the spot. I think they were kind of planning that from the beginning, as look at Mary Jane's face at the end of 2. They must have known at some point they were going to have to address relationship issues. And here, that's finally what they're doing. As things are finally going Peter's way, Mary Jane becomes the film's new punching bag. And he's not there to help her because he's too busy with Spider-Man stuff.
Spider-Man gets attacked all the time.
This isn't about you. I look at these words, and it's like my father wrote them.
All cars in the vicinity of...
She tries to understand, but the same way romantic angst was building with Peter, now it's building with her.
I know that you made a mistake and that you feel guilty, but I want to be here for you.
Okay. I get it. Thank you.
It might be the only time in these movies they talk about a relationship like an actual relationship. But you know, that dance! So you can't be affected by any of this. Okay, to the credit of this film's criticism, all of this would be fine and elevate the series to a new level if that's all they focused on. And it's not. There's another girl entering the picture named Gwen Stacy, played by Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
She's the daughter of the police captain, played by James Cromwell, going out with Topher Grace, played by Topher Grace, who's a photographer trying to take over Parker's job. She's also a model who doesn't know when to move out of the way of a crane. Spider-Woman in another universe, everybody. And all of this is revealed in literally 1 minute.
It's Gwen. Who are you? It's Brock, sir. I work at the Daily Bugle, and I'm dating your daughter.
That's a mighty fine exposition there.
And I'm dating your daughter.
Have I also told you about my son, the astronaut? Spider-Man saves her and becomes such a big hero that Gwen puts together an event to offer him the key to the city.
I guess one person can make a difference. Enough said.
May sound corny now, but when I'm dead, you're gonna cry. Meanwhile, Harry is still, gosh darn, in the greatest of moods.
Hey, do I have any girlfriends? I don't know.
Where do babies come from? God, I'm high.
I always appreciated how you helped me through high school. Just wish I could remember more about him.
This picture makes him seem like a nice guy, who's secretly a blacklight image from the Haunted Mansion.
That's fine.
Next day, cops spot Flint and track him down to a sand truck. I hope you have superpowers or else I'm about to murder you. Oh, that's lucky. Yeah, I'm not sure why when he's bigger his vocabulary switches to Maybe he saw a hot woman and had to try his flirting cat sounds.
Waiter!
Oh, great. Now I have sand in my shoe.
The effects looks like the
My
Mummy.
cotton candy
Brendan
tastes
Fraser,
like pink.
you know?
Hey, MJ. Hey, Pete said you're in a play.
I was let go.
Now, this is embarrassing, but I once wrote you a play in high school.
You wrote me a play?
Yeah.
It was called Princess Pretty Pretty and the Pretty 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 by Harry Me. Gwen somehow knows exactly where to point to introduce the web slinger as the crowd encourages him to kiss her.
Go ahead, lay one on me. They'll love it.
Now this gets tricky as Peter knows MJ is in the crowd, so this just kind of comes across as douchey. I think what they're hinting at is Peter is so confident and knows so little about relationships.
Day by day, he gazed upon her. Day by day, he...
Clearly. That he didn't put together this would hurt her, especially seeing their love as so strong that he's about to propose to her. I guess that's possible, but Christ, does that seem douchey? Like, can even he be that dumb? I mean, Mary Jane was only with 2 other men when she gave that kiss, and one of them was you. Yeah, like I said, I'm glad they're showing this is not the best couple. Sandman tries robbing a bank, and in yet another pretty cool fight scene, Spider-Man stops him, but he gets away.
Where do all these guys come from?
And more importantly, can they be memed more than me on the internet?
Alrighty then. So, that was my part 1 of the reaction for Spider-Man 3, Nostalgia Critic. Stay tuned for more for part 2. I'll be reacting to that on the second video that I'm going to do later on. So, guys, if you like my reaction, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to comment below and tell me what you thought of, well, funny as hell, dude. Funny as very funny. I laughed. Can't wait for the second part. I cannot wait. How many more to go? Oh boy, a lot more to go. Alright guys, till next time, this is Superhuman Reactor saying I'll see you guys next time, and don't forget, give me a superhero trailer and I'll react. Sorry, I'm just a little off today. So, yeah, I just came from work.